Alright, so I got a couple requests to start up doing some more reviews for you guys. So here I'm going to just do a pretty much overall consensus on paint markers, because I know coming into graffiti and whatever, or buying new supplies, there's a lot of options and you really don't want to be wasting your money on something that you can't use or just don't have a good use for, or ends up just being not very good. So I'm going to start off with, I pretty much have all the brands of paint markers that you can get your hands on for like just regular purposes. I don't have any Molotovs. I know those are very high quality and I've seen them in many cases do really good work, so take those as probably top notch as well. But I have pretty much every other one that you could imagine picking up, at least one. So I have Deco Color Acrylic. I'm not even sure if they still sell these. They stopped stocking them at my Michaels and AC Moore. So these were chisel tip. They kind of look like the paint, like fabric ones, or like I think pottery ones that they sell now. But yeah, those, as well as these newer Craftsmart Michael brand paint markers, and those are nice and cheap. Standard Deco, everybody knows Decos, and then Sharpie paint markers, as well as a couple other mismatch painters from Elmer's. You can get these at like Walmart. So we'll start off with the blacks. Pretty much a black is a safe bet to go with any brand, but there are some benefits to, I guess, different brands. Craftsmart are the cheapest. I was able to get two of these small ones for $2, I think. $2 for a pack of two of these. It doesn't feel like there's a ton of paint in them. They haven't ran out yet, so I'll see how long they last. But yeah, they're just a standard paint marker. I don't find that blacks generally don't have any opacity problems. This really thin Sharpie is kind of running out, and I'm not sure I would suggest the ultra thin. As you can see, it's like the really thin Sharpies that you get, the standard ink ones, and then this painter is also like a medium tip. But yeah, blacks are generally pretty good throughout. I like the Craftsmart one just because it's so cheap, and the opacity is right there. I don't see any problem with going over dark surfaces whatsoever. I'll do a little test on this one as well for I guess to ensure opacity from each of the brands. So really just buy whatever black is, I guess, fitting for you. I'd just suggest Craftsmart for the price, and you know, you could always have a Deco on hand for thicker ones as well. And yeah, really blacks are kind of straightforward, but getting into colors, I just picked up a Craftsmart silver, as well as I also have these ones that came in a pack that I got a really long time ago. Yeah, so the silver is, I think, a bit of an exception for the Craftsmart. I'm just going to skip right over to the dark test for this one, but it covers very well. Unlike the Sharpie paint, these are the oil-based. They also have a water one, which is even worse. But you can tell that they don't cover as well. The mixing inside is kind of off. So I'll show you a close-up of these. The top one is the Craftsmart. It covers very well. It looks to be well worth the $2 for the single marker, which is cheaper than pretty much anything else, I'm pretty sure. And the middle one being the Sharpie paint, I just really wouldn't suggest that. It doesn't have great coverage, and it is, I think, twice the price of Craftsmart. And lastly is a Pilot. These Pilots are really similar to the Prismacolor silvers. I'd really suggest these if you have the, I guess, a couple extra dollars to put towards them. These silvers, the Craftsmart, work fine. They're great for the price, but the Pilot, it just writes really well, and along with the Prismacolor, mine just ran out, the Prismacolor silver, so I don't have one of those on hand, but it really does do a nice job at covering, and it just flows way better than any other marker I can imagine. And then onto these Uni Poscas. These are an acrylic-based paint These are from Japan. I know you can get them on Amazon and stuff. They do cover pretty well. I have found that with layering them on paper stickers, it tends to wet the paper a bit more than normal. So, you know, you can see it covers pretty well. It's not a wicked opaque marker, but they are good. I do like the colors that it comes in, and I just think they're a bit harder to find, so because I don't know any stores that stock those. So if you can find them and want to pick them up, that's kind of your preference. And lastly, I've got some regular colored painters. Painters are a bit interesting, just because they're pretty expensive for the price and they don't flow well at all. I'm not sure if it's just because the paint inside is really thick and doesn't go through the nib, but that's just a standard one. This one's like a glittery one. I don't even know why I have it. The nib is like all clogged up and just not very good at all. So you can really get an idea of how they just don't write very well. So I wouldn't suggest those other than a black, maybe. And lastly, I have some oil-based colored Sharpies that kind of the same deal. Even if you juice them a lot, it doesn't really flow too well. It just kind of dries the nib before you can get going at all. So yeah, this pretty much covers it. As far as decos, everybody knows how good decos are. They cover extremely well in a single coat, just like any of the blacks. And so if you're looking to get colored paint markers, I would definitely go with decos. It's not worth your money going on anything else. I may as well show these Craft Smart colors. They're just, you can't even see them on a colored surface, so they're not even like paint markers. Yeah, so if you're going with a colored, go with a deco or a Molotow. Definitely don't waste your resources and time and whatnot on anything else. Poscas are good, kind of hard to come by. Blacks, go with as cheap as you can, and maybe have some of decos or something on hand, but Craft Smart, they do the job. And silvers and golds, probably go with a Prismacolor or Pilot, but if you just want the cheap one and it works just fine, Craft Smart's the way to go. Yeah, so hopefully this helps out, gets a little bit of a overview on how each of these paint markers work against one another. I didn't touch on whites just because they are pretty much, I haven't found one that works really well. This white Sharpie draws like water. There's no color to it. And then I have had some good results with decos, but what I find is if you leave them not juiced for a while or don't use the white for a while, it tends to, let me try and get this in the camera, whatever the like filler, probably the xylene inside the marker, tends to water down the nib, and then it's really hard to remix the paint inside because you don't have the part of the liquid that keeps the paint flowing, I guess. So I have had quite a few paint or deco whites dry out. Yeah, that was probably just user error, but if you plan to use them frequently, I guess you probably won't have that problem. But yeah, stay away from painters for the most part, and Sharpie paints. Stick with your decos or Craft Smart, just because performance and price. So that's really going to do it for me. If you like this little review, let me know some others you have in mind, and I'll definitely get those out to you guys. It's really going to do it for me. Peace.